Hello, people of Earth and far beyond our perception. Welcome back to the Astral Academy. What's up? I will be your guide and your magus, I suppose, even though there's much to learn for me too, for the mystical, the occult, and the esoteric. In today's lesson, in this chapter, we've been talking about protection magic. So, in that realm of things, we're going to be talking about very specifically the Seals of Solomon. Now, King Solomon has been revered as one of the most important prophets, and I think it was in the Hebrew religion and a lot of religions in the Middle East, as well as not as important, but still has a high amount of importance in Christianity and Catholicism and all of that good stuff. Now, he is the son of David, and he was pretty insane. He had a lot of legends about his ascension, about his ability to speak to animals, to persuade demons and jinn or genie alike to bend to his will. And you see him in these legends having crazy luck, being able to find treasures, and basically these Seals of Solomon follow specific planets and their association to certain things, such as metals, and as I will state at a later time, cat lips, how they will be very useful. I'll go into how to consecrate them, how to use them, which ones mean which things. It's actually a pretty wide variety and a very specific table with specific things. Just be aware that these specific necklace pieces, pentacles of different planets, they can and will protect you physically, spiritually. They can protect your items, your house, help you find treasures. And in the realm of protection, they have a pretty much all around good basic use for each specific pentacle. Seemingly, there's a lot. So it'd be hard to tell them all in one video. However, the practical uses of these is pretty intense. I have used two different pentacles for protection specifically, because in my experience, when you're clairaudient, spirits can be annoying at times. I'll be honest, they can be rather annoying. And then you have the regular spirits that want to try to attach themselves to you, and you have the very spiritual essence of people who drink too much or work too much or do too many things that causes tears in their energy field, in their aura. And this can lead to dis-ease or an imbalance in your personal, mental, or professional life. So these they're sigils. These drawings are very, very important when it comes to attaining specific things. No, my sweet. When it comes to accomplishing specific things that you are trying to attain. And how this affects different clair abilities, I mean, it depends on the power that you're trying to get and the mixture of your basic abilities. But I take it on a basic knowledge kind of basis. If you're looking for specific kinds of knowledge, you will know that knowledge is claircognizant. You see where I'm going with this? When you want to speak to animals, not that I have ever tried to, but when you want to speak to spirits, we'll say, because that's a little bit easier, you may get a necklace that helps you attain that goal, and you'll be able to hear them easier, but it's really based on your baseline of your metaphysical abilities and how you're able to assess and use them properly. It's not something that's I can range across each one, because there could be one pentacle of like Jupiter that will not work for 3 of your clair senses while work for one of them, right? And I don't want to go through all of that because it sounds kind of a lot for a video, and some of this historical parts of the legends and how it is written in the original text being translated after it was translated, it can actually get kind of dry. Just so you're aware if you want to do some research, but it's actually pretty amazing the legends they have of King Solomon. So there is that, right? So there really is no fear when using these pentacles, I want to say talisman. Some of them are amulets, some of them are talismans. There's a difference, right? So really, when it comes to using this specific type of or form of magic, there's a usual fear of getting like an astral parasite or something like that, right? But there's typically no fear when it comes to using them to attain knowledge from like demons or stuff, because they have to, one, with specific entities, right? They have to bend to the will of the person who's using them, right? And something else to note is that these things have to be built with certain metals on a specific time of day, or they're not as effective, which is kind of hard to do, to get personal custom necklace pieces made, but it's not impossible, right? So I've used, like I stated before, I've used this magic, and it's been effective. Like I said, a little dry at times, but nonetheless a very useful and sustaining form of protection that I think a lot of people might overlook in terms of looking for something more practical or grounded in sense of a metal or a botanical type of protection magic, right? And in my experience, I've never had to recharge them. I just put them on my altar, and then after I put them on my altar, I go the next day, I say the thing that needs to be said, which I'll explain later, and then after that, you just put it on, or you can keep them at home. You can work with it remotely, right? So another valid form of protection, pretty much. So, and it's very useful in its ability to give you what you want from it. I mean, nothing more really needs to be said, honestly. So, I mean, I kind of figured this would be a shorter video, and like I said, I'm going to do a whole chapter on the pendants and what they mean, what they're good for. I will explain how to consecrate them and how what that is going to look like. Sorry. And then next week I'll be talking about candle magic and how effective that is, which is quite, if done properly. So I suppose the last thing, it's not so much homework, it's more of just something I've been thinking about this week is um, there's a lot to be said about inner strength, which has multiple parts, mind, body, and heart. What I mean by that is, what would you do if the roof was crashing down in on you, right? Where is the line drawn between inner strength? Are there people in the house below you, your kids, a friend? Is the house on fire? Do you stubbornly hold up the roof, allowing a perfectly good opportunity to disappear as it crashes in on you? And even if you are strong enough to hold the roof up, how long could you really do it for? What difference does it make? Is stubbornness the enemy of inner strength? It's hard to tell. And I don't mean physical house. I mean an emotional one. What have you been dealing with that makes you so strong? Is it abuse, neglect? What is the key of inner strength to your past? And how does it help you today? Everybody has baggage, right? Perhaps maybe we are all stronger each day that we live, yet we never truly notice, because sometimes we fight the same battles over and over, which is a definition of insanity, right? Is it a stubbornness and unwillingness to give up that makes us like this? Or is it friends, family? Our goal is our future. What will we take out of life? Because it gives nothing without a cost. It wants your life, and nobody gets out alive. So what do you want? What is it that you desire? And regardless of what it is, I believe that you have the strength to carry out what needs to be done so you may accomplish your goals. So, I guess I've just been thinking a lot this week. So, that's all I have for you this week. Like I said, next week will be a different video. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and that would be doing me a favor. So once again, I am R the Silent. And I think this has been the Astral Academy, right? So I hope you have a blessed night.